Okay.
They're spelling words or something?
All right.
No, they just don't know how to check the reading.
One way. High school doesn't either. To gather data. Yeah, Josh.
Wait,
About
UV.
people. Yeah, Emily, do you know what negative 3 times negative 1 is?
Don't make my brain work right now. Hold on. Wait, no.
Let me just do this. What's 3 times 1?
3.
Okay. Josh said it was 4.
Oh, you just made I was second guessing myself so hard. I was like, hold on. These kids are going to lose brain cells. They don't even know how to check their. It's like you're.
Don't watch Napoleon Dynamite then.
Great are these kids? And
What group?
that explains why I am.
Okay, Josh.
well, they should be.
Sorry, that was
old
bullshit.
enough
You
to
think
figure out
they've
how
known
to do
for
it.
2 years? You would think they had it handled by now.
No. I have the game on my DS. I don't think I ever
what's
won.
the better are
They
they
knows those things.
doing?
Yeah, they do.
All of the geniuses.
Yeah, they're like not even they're not even doing
Like the 5th graders
As
who
long
can
as they
be
don't
in,
ask me what 3 times 1 is.
Look how many answers they got wrong with.
Yeah, I don't understand
Do
how
you need
that
help with
works.
that?
Do I need help with this? They need help with this.
Okay. One way to gather data about people is just to ask them, take a survey. But for our data to be useful, we must be very careful about how it is collected. What in the world just happened? It literally wrote my letter upside down.
Or maybe like the screen flipped.
While it was sitting flat.
Like,
But like,
Big brain.
did you see it flip, Nathan?
I saw something glitch.
Maybe it was your brain.
Maybe you just wanted to go upside down.
Dang.
Maybe you turned your head over.
Josh,
All right. Biased data in all caps. Well, not really, but almost. Biased data
Not really.
is always in all caps. Useless. Plan ahead.
This lady did not do the work that she needed to do.
There is usually a large group of people we are interested in which is our population. If we can talk with all of them, we are taking a census. Which is great. But often impractical or impossible. So we carefully choose a sample that is representative. I feel like I just emphasized every syllable of that word. Of our population. So ultimately, bias makes our data meaningless and can be a result of 1, who we surveyed, 2, how we collected the sample, or 3, how we asked the question. One page down. This first bit, if you can't tell, is a lot of definitions. Whoa, come back. It ran away. Okay.
Dang.
You were getting written on all the time.
You are.
Specifically by Nathan. Because you belong to him, remember?
What?
Nathan question.
It's like Andy and Buzz and Woody and lots of other toys.
I can't tell you how many people asked if they could sign my toes.
William Shatner.
That's
This is one of them.
What is?
Well, I for one do not want to do that.
She got 100. It's fine. You remember those speed drills?
Bro, I hate speed drill.
Hey, speed drill.
I love them.
I got my first F on a speed drill.
I don't know what my first F was on. I don't remember that.
Couldn't tell you.
I was like, how did I get
Well, we had to do
Speed
the
drills just
entire
added
thing. These
stress
kids
to
only
the
had like to do one of these out of the 4, and they can choose which one they want to do. It's weird.
It's pretty crazy. All right, randomization is when we select our sample subjects as randomly as possible It protects us from the influence of all features of our population by making sure that on average the sample looks like the rest of the population. our sample size needs to be large enough to be representative it's not based on the percent of the population. Think about a pot of soup.
Oh.
Think about a pot of soup. I'm about to tell you why. Haven't gotten there yet.
Some of them listen.
I don't want to give this girl an F because she got a 0.
What? On what?
A zero is
Speed
an F.
drill. Like they're only taking one grade off for she got 0. She missed 0 in here. She missed 0 in here. I would check that one, but she missed all of these, and it's just simple subtraction.
But she got all the other boxes right?
Yes, but the one that they had to grade. I don't know what to do. I
I
don't
hate
wanna-
the major, but if you miss everything.
But it's like 20 divided by 60. Was 3, and she put 30. So technically, she put 3 right, but she added a random 0 at the end. So I just is that right or is it wrong? I don't.
I feel like that's a teacher.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
you
I
should
might
ask-
just like put it
maybe you
put
should
it
ask
aside.
Put that one on top and ask.
Yeah.
All right. To answer your question about the pot of soup, I don't need a larger taste just because the pot is bigger.
Oh.
Light bulb came on.
Yeah.
One light bulb out of 4 are on.
Oh, mine
Oh, no,
came on.
I had
didn't verbalize
Okay.
the light bulb.
I haven't seen the light bulb just come on over anybody's head yet, except for Peyton's.
Mine's
My
just
light bulb's never on.
Mine's not above my head. It's like behind my back.
But what do you mean by larger taste?
Like just because there's
Of
Bigger
soup?
spoonful
Like a
of
bigger
like-
spoon of
like,
soup?
the amount of soup isn't
Because
gonna
you know,
change the
like,
taste.
say you have,
If
like,
it
a
tastes a
little
little
bowl
bit
of
of
it.
soup, you know how all of it's
Bigger.
If you have a little bowl of it
Kind of.
and you have like one spoonful, but if you have a big, like ginormous,
I don't need like a ladle because I've got a pond's worth of soup. Like,
You still need the spoon. That's it.
you just get
I
a
don't
little
need-
spoonful of it and you taste the whole thing.
I just need a nice little tablespoon.
Because it should be one uniform mixture.
Well, word it however you want to, Josh.
Or think of
I
it
was
like
just
a big.
It should all taste
Think of
the
it
same
like a big
flavor.
scented candle.
Okay, wait.
Wait, actually, I don't
Like,
know.
you
how
don't
to
need
call
a
it.
bigger
You don't need a
sniff.
big whiff.
You don't need a
Candle.
bigger
You just
sniff.
need a little.
You can't really. I don't
Just
know
a
if
nice
you
little like slight
Need a break from these
Yeah.
children.
Just a waft.
waft
You
it.
said good children.
That's why you
Ciao.
should break down the children.
People that listen to these videos have got to question our sanity sometimes.
I do
That's
that
so
all
true.
the time.
Well, if it makes you feel better, you're doing better than this job right now.
Emily.
Population parameters.
How many lines do you think this one will take?
If you want everything that goes with this, I have it on 4, so probably like 2 or 3. I don't know. 3. Key numbers about our population. We usually don't know these. We use our sample statistics calculated from our sample. Surprise. to estimate the population parameters.
You said we'll know by 3 if the bonfire's still on.
Yeah, we should. I mean, if something like drastically changes after that, we're going with that it still is, but if something drastically changes, then that would be the only situation. Basically, if the wind gets like really, really crazy because it hasn't rained recently, things would be inclined to catch fire. That's why we'd have to be careful. Because this bonfire is like massive. Like,
So if it's not too windy, we should be able to do a hayride?
that will be able to do regardless as long as it doesn't pour between now and then.
It's not supposed to rain, is it? It just looks like it.
It said in Hampton there was a slight chance of rain, but it should be fine.
Okay.
It shouldn't be bad enough to the point where we couldn't. So.
Don't question this yet, but Holly said she might not be able to go to the bonfire tonight. So if she's not, you can come with me.
Okay.
Are you okay with going home real quick so I can change?
Mhm.
Okay, perfect.
Duh.
I'm just making sure.
I think I'm just gonna wear those.
I just want sweatpants because I need some.
I'm just kidding.
All right. Simple random sample.
You said, oh, you're gonna wear that?
Josh isn't very nice.
This is SRS. This is a big deal.
Okay, how many lines? How many lines do we need?
One second, let me count.
Yeah, actually wear my new sweater.
If you just care about this stuff, then for me it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines.
I know that's nice.
But it's like 2 words are on like 1 line, so maybe 4.
4 lines.
Not counting this one.
Okay.
So 5 if you count this one.
My thing is,
Okay, maybe I can.
my thing is if.
But there's more stuff that goes with it, but not like directly right away.
Okay, she did not
So.
say this right.
Okay. It is not enough to say every subject in our population has equal chance of being chosen for our sample every possible combination of people must have an equal chance of being chosen for our sample.
How many pages now?
3. We just finished the second one. These last 3 are long, so we'll try to get through one more and then we'll probably just stop there.
I actually kind of like when your watch goes off because then I'm like, oh, okay, it's 1:59. Huh. It's 3:59.
Only 21 minutes left to torture.
Danger. You said it's torture.
I did. Always do.
Josh is like, I'm just gonna be brutally honest here.
I mean, I got to.
All right. Next, the sampling frame.
Does this go with SRS or no?
Not really. It's 2 lines. The sampling frame represents the group of our population out of which we draw our sample. It's gonna keep happening because we're writing so much.
Yes.
So, as far as actually finding a simple random sample, the next thing we're going to do is talk about how to actually select that, because obviously it's got to be random and we want it to be simple. So, how to select
Oh my gosh.
an SRS. I guess it's technically ASRS, but Ian sounds better, so I'm going to leave it. That's what I told Miss Patton the other day. There was something that I wrote, and I was like, this doesn't sound good this way. I was like, it does, like, it was supposed to be A, but it, like, sounded better as and, so she just, like, rewrote the sentence for me so that I could use it correctly. And it sounded right also.
This kid barely even filled anything out.
Okay, well,
They
you
have
can't
one
help.
job.
A for effort.
Well, you can't help that one.
I'm just gonna. I'll
Want
do
to
that
rating again?
on the other side.
Assign a number
I'm writing all 4 of them, but this one's great.
to each person in your sample frame.
Technically, you thought it was wrong. She didn't answer it.
Second, use a random number generator or table to select the correct number of unique numbers for your sample. And then the third thing, the subjects assigned these numbers will make up your sample. Now, something to note about this is be sure to state or show where your random numbers come from. Be sure to state the link between the chosen numbers and the people in the sample. The key is to describe your process in such a way that two people with a basic understanding of statistics could duplicate your procedure every sample will contain different subjects this causes sampling variability and it's totally okay because that's real mathematical. But we can try to reduce it. And basically what we mean by this is that, or like how to reduce it would be that there are other methods besides SRS to collect samples. But they must all have randomization involved to be useful samples. Hand getting tired over there, Peyton?
A little bit.
Alright, so that is a good place to stop. Basically, when we pick up next week, we're going to look at stratified sampling and what that looks like, an example of how it's used, cluster sampling, multi-stage sampling, and then types of bias. So, it's a good pausing point.
Did we finish the third page?